everybody, this is the first video of making your own besom that's worthy of flight. Things that you'll need is a stick about as tall as you, in between around up to your chin to about your height is what you want, and about 1 inch to 2 inches thick because you're going to be whittling it down, so you're going to need kind of a big handle, and make sure that up top it feels good in your hand. I'm not sure what kind this wood is. I just found it in the woods, but it makes really good brooms so far. So you'll need that, and if you're gonna carve inside, you'll need a tarp because it's a bit too cold outside for me to carve outside, but if you're inside, use the tarp. If you're outside, it doesn't really matter. You'll need either a carving knife or a strong paring knife. This is surgical stainless steel paring knife. And when you're done using your knife, remember to always wash it with soapy water and wipe it dry. But need that. Be sure it's not the flimsy kind either. That it doesn't really help to have the flimsy kind. Some other things that I don't have here are sandpaper. You'll need sandpaper to smoothen out your handle. And you'll also need about 3 handfuls of wild grass that's in your area, or birch twigs if you want to make it more traditional. If you do want to make a traditional one, make sure that the broom handle is made of ash and that the bristles are made of birch and that the binding is made of willow. That's what the traditional broom is, but I don't have any ash in my area, so this isn't going to be very traditional. So about 3 handfuls of twigs or grass that's in your area, and if you do not have willow to bind it, I'll show you some plants in my area that might work, like what the binding should look like, or you can just use yarn like I'm going to use. But that is what you need, and as you see, I have already carved quite a bit, but that's all bark. So this is kind of going into the first step of what you guys want to do is, after you find your stick, is I found this in snow, so it was kind of soaking wet, which made the bark come off very easily. So I suggest that you guys soak it either in snow or wet it with a hose for a good 10 minutes to maybe even an hour, because it'll make the carving, the rest of the carving, a lot easier too. So wet it and take off all of the bark. Unless you want to keep the bark, that's cool too. But this makes, without the bark, it's a lot more smooth and it feels better in my hand at least. So yeah, that's your homework for the first step. And I will see you guys later. I will have another video showing the grasses that I'm going to use for my bristles, so watch out for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Blessed be.